Hey guys, Joanne here with Newegg TV. I'm here to do an overview on this Enermax Fulmo Full Tower Computer Case, model number ECA 1092A. This case is made of steel with some plastic, and at the front we have some embossed honeycomb mesh for enhanced airflow, 1, 2, 3, 4 5.25-inch drive bays, and a pre-installed 180 millimeter Vega Series LED fan right here. Now, if you get a grip on the bottom of the case, you'll be able to pull open the bezel just like this. That was easy. Inside, we have some metal covers. If you pull them off, then you'll be able to install extra 5.25-inch drives if you would so desire, or you could use the back of these frames to install an additional 120 millimeter fan. And here is the 180 millimeter that I just talked about. On this side, we have two pre-installed 180 millimeter Vega Series LED fans, and you have the option of installing two more. On the back, we have a couple grommets for threading your cables through, or water cooling tubes, and a top and bottom power supply mount. You can mount one or two to make this a powerhouse if you would like. And over here is a pre-installed 140 millimeter fan, which is not LED, a knockout for your input-output shield for your motherboard, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 expansion slots. And finally, on this side, we have a mount for a 90 millimeter or 120 millimeter fan if you wish to further cool your CPU. One quick thing I forgot to mention is that there are mounting points for two 120 millimeter fans or two 140 millimeter fans in case you wish to remove this 180 millimeter in the front. And in the back is the 140 that I was talking about. However, there are mounting points for a 120 millimeter fan. At the top of the case, we have your power button, reset button, 4 USB 3.0 ports, and your headphone and microphone jacks, and eSATA port. That is a lot of 3.0 ports there. And over here we have your fan LED button to switch it on and off, and fan speed control dial from low to high. And here we have a docking station, I have to remove this cover, to plug in a 2.5-inch or 3.5-inch hard drive. If we press this button here, we'll be able to remove the top cover, just like this. Inside is a pre-installed 230 millimeter fan. You could place another one next to it or mount 1, 2, 3, 120 millimeter or 140 millimeter fans. Now onto the bottom, we have some raised feet for airflow, some rubber padding to reduce vibration, and some more mesh here for airflow. There are mounting points for two 230 millimeter fans or three 120 or 140 millimeter fans. I've removed the right side panel, and a quick thing to mention is that this case supports micro ATX up to HPTX motherboards. And with larger motherboards, it usually holds two processors, so that explains the two cutouts here for your aftermarket heatsinks for cooling options. And we have a lot of grommets here, a couple holes to thread your cables through, and tie-down points, so you can use your zip ties to better manage your cables. And this is the business end of your hard drive mounts. And now for a look at the interior, but first, look at your two 180 millimeter fans. Here's its 3-pin and 2-pin, oh, there it is, connectors right here and here, for the LED and speed control. At the back here, we have the 140 millimeter fan that I talked about earlier. It's 3-pin connector, and 230 millimeter fan at the top of the case, and its 3-pin connectors. Next to that, we have the PCB for the fan speed control and LED. Right now, we have the front fan all plugged in and ready to go. At the bottom, we have a Velcro cable tie to strap down your bottom power supply. And these bunch of front panel connectors, let's see, there are two 20-pin USB 3.0 connectors that plug into your motherboard. This is the SATA data and power plug. That's for your docking station up at the top, and SATA plug for the eSATA port at the top. And here are your audio connectors. And lastly, these reset, power, and LED connectors. I like how they're all joined together so it's not flying all over the place. On the right side, we have a toolless design for your 5¼ inch drive bays. You simply slide and lift. And we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 drive mounts. Let me take this out real quick. You can mount 3.5 inch drives, but there are also mounting points for 2.5 inch drives. Here are the accessories included with the case. First up, we have your installation guide. And these are two Molex to 2-pin cables for fans, a motherboard speaker, fan screws, and I love how they are individually labeled so you will not get confused as to what does what. And here are your screws for your drives, various drives. Motherboard screws with sleeve for your standoffs. There are no extra standoffs in here because all the standoffs are already installed onto your case, which is kind of nice. And these are some zip ties for cable management. And what is this? Velcro ties for even better cable management. I like these. And an adapter for your USB 3.0 pass-through, so that in case you have an older motherboard that does not support a 20-pin USB 3.0 port, you can use this. And here are some casters you can attach onto the bottom of the case so you can wheel it around, and the screws for the casters. That wraps up our overview on this Enermax FullMo Full Tower computer case, model number ECA1092A. I'm Joanne, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our Newegg YouTube channel. Thanks for watching Newegg TV, and we'll see you next time.